Now, the next poem that I want to read to you is called Witchwork. It's a brilliant poem by Neil Gaiman, and I have this wonderful copy of Poems to Live Your Life by Chris Riddell, and it has these absolutely gorgeous illustrations there. So I very kind of strongly recommend you have a look at this book because wow, look at those. So I'm going to read it for you. Witchwork. The witch was as old as the mulberry tree. She lived in a house of 100 clocks. She sold storms and sorrows and calmed the sea, and she kept her life in a box. The tree was the oldest that I'd ever seen. Its trunk flowed like liquid. It dripped with age. But every September its fruit stained green, as scarlet as harlots, as red as my rage. The clocks whispered the time which they caught in their gears. They crept and they chattered, they chimed and they chewed. She fed them on minutes, the old ones, 8 years. She feared and she loved them, her wild, clocky brood. She sold me a storm when my anger was strong, and my hate filled the world with volcanoes and laughter. I watched as the lightnings and winged sang their songs, and my madness was swallowed by what happened after. She sold me 3 sorrows, all wrapped in cloth. The first one I gave to my enemy's child. The second my woman made into a broth. The third waits unused, for we reconciled. She sold calm seas to the mariners' wives, bound the winds with silk cords so the storms could be tied there. The women at home lived much happier lives till their husband returns and their patience be tried there. The witch hid her life in a box made of dirt, as big as a fist and as dark as a heart. There was nothing but time there, and silence and hurt, while the witch watched the waves with her pain and her art. But he never came back. He never came back. The witch was as old as the mulberry tree. She lived in the house of 100 clocks. She sold storms and sorrows and calmed the sea, and she kept her life in a box. Love the Good Witch book.